All right.
No
Can y'all hear us?
sound.
Can you play it one more time? Just double check.
Play what?
Technical issues be crazy. I'm just put it back on here.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay, y'all can hear us now.
You guys might get a feedback loop real quick, but
Sorry.
I think we're good.
One last time.
Third time's a charm.
Third time is a charm. The technical issues is crazy.
Oh goodness.
Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We love y'all. One more time.
Sure, go ahead.
Yo, what up? It's Big Dan.
Big Dan.
It's Dan Rodan. I'm coming to you live from the 215. Your comic book connoisseur. Your sommelier of sci-fi and superheroes. I just want to get through it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. This is Josh.
Tis I, hailing from the land of Sake, Shinobi, and Samurai. The boy is Godzilla personified. Ain't no other name but this to go by. It's your boy. Just kidding, Jayhawk. Pterosaur.
I'm
funny.
done. Like
Jimmy's funny. He's like about to do a whole live muted.
Appreciate you, Jimmy. This is wild.
So funny. So
live things be happening, yo. That's so crazy.
Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest, right? Can you pour me? I'm gonna pour me some.
Yeah,
while you talk.
Uncle Nearest is in the spirit of beef. Uncle Nearest is the person who taught Jack Daniels how to create his stuff. And never really got his shine until like way later.
His family did it,
right? But just so you guys know, we're gonna reread it because you didn't hear it the first time.
Muted is what they would say.
Uncle Nearest 1856 premium whiskey. Remarkably smooth and aged to perfection, this best-in-class whiskey honors Tennessee's premier master distiller and teacher, Nearest Green, known to his friends and family as Uncle Nearest. His whiskey was prized for its refined character resulting from the distinctive maple charcoal filtering process that he helped perfect over 160 years ago. Awarded Best American Whiskey and World's Best, his legacy of excellence lives on in every bottle. So I'm excited for this because we have only had the 1888, I believe it is.
Or the 84, I think.
One of those.
Shout out to James Kelly, by the way.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is going to be 1856, so it'll be really cool to see how we enjoy it or otherwise. So, like, please go ahead and try it out, and let's see what we think.
Pinky's all the way up, by the way. That's great. I like this.
Really? What does it do for you?
This is smooth. The heat's on the back end. I think, obviously, you're paying for it. You're paying for the quality here.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
You're paying for the quality here, but I wish we could get.
I actually totally agree that it is very smooth. There is heat on the back end, like after you've savored, whoa! But there's like notes of vanilla, I want to say, or something like, or honey. Like there's a sweetness that is forward, like on the top, maybe mid of the tongue.
It's definitely forward. I would say
that's really cool. And it still has like that very like you're still gonna get like whiskey. Right. Like the whiskey is there for sure. Especially if you have it straight. 100 proof. It'd be interesting with an ice cube just to get it chilled
just
and
to
like
let it open up a little bit, a little blossom.
Yeah. So
this is great. The link will be in the description once we add it in the description. But
as long as we don't have technical
this
difficulty.
is no more technical difficulty. Hey, don't jinx it, or we will have beef.
Right?
Because I'm done now. I think I'm wrapped up.
That's it. One more thing happens, it shuts down early.
So, in the spirit of beef, we thought in the content section of things we would talk about some verses that you and I have had in private discussion,
sure,
but not fleshed out.
Yeah.
If anyone's been following my social medias, I posted a picture of who would win in pretty much a school versus school versus PS118 from Hey Arnold versus 3rd Street School from Recess.
Yes.
Now, there was some divisiveness in the comments. There was some. I am not going to divulge yet who I would pick, but I'm going to go read some comments for a quick second. A lot of people were calling out the kindergartners as the deciding factor for Recess to win this one. The people who were saying PS118 would win, undoubtedly, without fault, named some bullies from PS118. Not to mention Curly was wild. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Curly
lost feed.
Lost feed again. No.
I don't know why it's showing up there.
Yeah, we're fine.
But like no.
Refresh.
No, Jimmy said lost feed.
I'm here.
You're here?
Yeah.
You're watching?
I'm watching. YouTube be YouTubing sometimes.
So you're saying our internet's the problem?
Can't be us this time.
Lost feed. That's what Jimmy said.
Right. But, Jimmy, check your connection. That's all I can tell you.
Well, I'm here. Refresh it.
Yeah, refresh it.
All right, we're back.
I don't want to hear no more about this.
This is wild.
What
is this?
So James Kelly is in the chat talking about some Gerald stomping. Helga dumb strong. I don't know if that's enough to win the war.
Yeah, nah. I do think Helga is going to be their main champion for Hey Arnold, but I don't know if she's really down for the action and really down to squabble.
How about it is Helga when she goes up against Ashley Spinelli? How about it? Because let's be real. Ashley Spinelli has taken out all of her bullies.
Has she?
She has not lost a fight.
Okay. Really?
She ain't lost a fight.
Does she really be squabbling?
Ashley Spinelli be out here in these streets. Anybody can get it. These hands is rated E for everybody.
I think I want to agree because I feel like she has like that spunk about her that she's like, like I'm not a killer, but don't push me kind of a thing.
And obviously we're playing this up, obviously, because you don't really see these things.
Right. You have to you would have to change the writing for these characters.
Are kindergartners allowed? Of course.
If we're really doing school versus school versus neighborhood.
Is it neighborhood? No, PS118 is the school.
Oh, okay. They all went there.
They all went to that school, which is why Stoop Kid is not allowed on here.
No. Well, I mean, he's just writing.
I don't even know if he's a kid. When I watched that, Stoop Kid was a grown man, hassling other grown people. But anyway, we're not talking about that. TJ Detweiler alone, I feel like, honestly, if we're going to talk about it for real, 3rd Street School is mafia. They got a person for everybody.
Okay.
Diggers they got explosives, access to explosives.
James says, I don't want to be that guy, but the feed is down. You might have to refresh, James.
No.
What?
It is. It went down again.
Well, I'm good.
No. It's about to stop. This is wild,
No,
bro.
he says I'm back. See?
You're back. Okay.
I'm saying. I'm good.
All right, listen.
just
refresh. Refresh.
After you refresh, if you're still down, let us know in the comments.
If you're still down, matter of fact, you'll get the full uninterrupted video.
I guess we will have to edit.
It's gonna be so crazy. But this is what happened when you go live, baby. And
baby, we live. I want to say, I think the last time we talked about this, actually, I think a good thing that was brought up was Gretchen being like, if we're going like true evil mastermind, Gretchen in the lab might be a problem. There might be some chemical warfare. There might be some bio warfare.
Definitely.
Like she could concoct some things, and then you have Vince, who's like a very much
athletic type.
Yeah,
listen.
He's like the rogue.
On his resume, Vince has been the security guard for King Bob. Mind you, King Bob is still a part of the school.
Mm-hmm.
King Bob has a whole secret security team.
Mm-hmm.
You lost.
I agree.
I'm just saying, Hustler Kid, access to whatever you need.
He got the smuggles.
So,
I do think Recess is about the action in a way
Right.
that Hey Arnold's people, I think they're just more mature and they just be like, we don't really want to fight, and then Recess be like, fine, get down or lay down. Like
even if, yes, big Hero 6.
Wow.
Big Hero 6 level threat. Even if we just did Arnold versus TJ.
Oh, but Arnold's not a scrapper though.
He
not ready to
squabble.
He
don't. Arnold
teach
don't
you how to
squabble. He's a mediator. I think the one time he got tough, he got talked down real fast.
I think he will get professionally aggressive when it calls for it.
He'll go to HR for you.
But I think he would at the end of the day would not meet anybody in the parking lot.
TJ Detweiler will do the work. Okay, he'll put in the work and he'll be there for the team.
I agree.
So that's all I'm saying. I feel like if I had to pick, Third Street School wins this hands down. I think they just got too many assets.
I agree. I would agree. They got that fire. I think they truly have that fire in them of like, we will fight y'all. Like,
right.
So,
moving on.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about, because we skipped some stuff, but did you want to talk about how you feel about JJK?
All right.
Or no?
So,
you can say no if you don't want to talk about it.
I really don't, but, because we had this discussion off camera, but I feel like we can have it here.
Dan doesn't like JJK. That's the thesis statement.
Whoa. What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
What's wrong with you?
That's the headline.
What's going
There's
going
going to
on
be a
with you?
clip. That's the clip.
That's the clip. Sorry, just trying to figure out the nonsense that is the live.
Oh.
It is interesting to say the least, but
What?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the chat here as well.
Oh.
What does it say?
James just said, because
okay.
he said that you don't like.
So JJK, all right, since we're talking about it real quick, I'm going to get it out the way. JJK, I don't think it's the GOAT. Okay? I think.
Manga.
I'm reading
I'm sorry, not manga.
Anime. I don't think it's the GOAT, and the reason why I don't think it's the GOAT is because I don't think it's is as accessible as many things that are proclaimed the GOAT are. There's a lot of... JJK is overly complicated sometimes.
I don't agree. I think it's complex, yes, but I do not think it is overly complicated.
And to that point, I feel like maybe it's me in my old age of 35 not willing to learn any new...
My big threes.
Like me not willing to learn any new power systems in anime universes. Like, punch, blow up.
But the one that you did, you offered Demon Slayer as a challenge to the throne of GOAT.
Yeah.
Or in the class of
because
GOAT.
I feel like for real, it's accessible. There's not a lot of thinking required of the audience to watch Demon Slayer.
So you're like, I feel like Lupe Fiasco Dumb It Down is playing somewhere. Like, and like, I don't know if that's like, that's why I don't know if you can say those things.
But no, I'm saying for the novice or the expert of anime, Demon Slayer seems more accessible to all parties.
But that does not mean it is a better show.
I think animation wise,
JJK.
animation wise, you get the same kind of level of quality in most of the fight scenes. Don't get me wrong, season 2 of JJK, just so that you know that I'm not, making this up. I watched all of it. Season 2 has some of the best animation for combat sequences I've ever seen. I will give them that. It is the in-between dialogue and explanation of like everyone has a different kind of curse. The curse works differently for every curse user
versus between
a sword
every
technique. Like
versus between every fight, you have to get the backstory of everybody.
There's just swords. At the end of the day, I can turn off my brain to what the breathing is or the breathing type is and just be like, he used a really fast sword.
He used a really fast sword. That guy uses a slow sword. Right. That guy uses 2 swords.
Right.
1 fish, 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish.
But that's in my defense is what I'm saying is like, not everybody's going to care about the breathing technique. Sure, you can, and you can learn and take the time out to do it. But the curse users is like, the dog has to blink 4 times.
But that's like...
And in between, if I click my fingers 2 times, the curse don't activate unless it's the 4th blink. But I'm like, this is a lot for me.
I think the uniqueness of those cursed attacks...
Sure.
Kind of lends... It's another level of, like, complexity that is like, ooh, this is why I like this character. Like, that's a really cool feature. And I feel like, to that point, that's why MHA, like My Hero,
right?
You have a ton of people.
Okay.
But you can, like, I really like Hawks, or I really like...
But it's still simplified on the surface. Like,
MHA is very simple.
You can dive into the complexity later if you care. I feel like to watch JJK, you have to
that is the prerequisite.
You have to pay attention on all of it.
Yeah.
You're like, his curse didn't tick on his back. You know what I'm saying? He may not be able to do this thing, but then he does it, and you're like, well,
why?
When did the tick happen?
But then
So I'm just saying it's not as easily accessible to the mass audience for me to be like, this is the greatest of all time.
I would still disagree.
Okay,
but that's okay.
I'm just saying.
James says it adds to the combat too. Name one other anime where you got hype AF because you heard someone clap off screen. There you go. There you go.
I mean, that could be something for a very particular type of fan, right?
I think I feel like there is so much in JJK that kind of to your
we did say Jujutsu Kaisen just for anybody that may be joining us.
Yeah. But to your counter to that, there is so much in JJK that almost anybody can pick stuff out of it.
Yeah, maybe. And like I said, maybe it's just because I went in analyzing it and hoping to kind of soak up everything in my journey of watching it.
Oh, you thought it was going to be simple?
I was hoping it would be simple so that I could be a part of the conversation. It's why it took me so long, because I just finished it today. Mm-hmm. It's why it took me so long to get through it, because everyone's talking about it, and I'm just kind of like, yeah.
It's really good, man.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And you're like, and then the curse, and I'm like, well, which one? All of them. And you're like, well.
But, like, also,
you got Shorty with the hammer, the Shorty with the tie.
So, and here's the thing.
And I was like, I don't keep up.
I feel like, for as much as I watch anime, a lot of people, whoa. All right, we're going to get to that, Jimmy.
We're going to come back to that.
But I feel like a lot of people, Sterling's one of them, he knows names like, I don't like.
My recall is Bluey lore. I know more friends from the kids from Bluey than I know about JJK.
But I just be like, oh, you mean the bull with the blood? Oh, girl with hammer. Okay. I know Itadori. I know
Yudi.
Tojo.
Or Yuki? Or Yuti? I don't remember which one it is.
The main dude?
I don't know.
Are you talking about the main guy?
I don't even know anymore.
All right. Well, this is where we are. We're going to talk about solo leveling because Jimmy said it was kind of a letdown.
For who?
For him.
For who? You? Just you? If it's just you, Jimmy, then fine. I'm going to let you be great.
the best fight, and I keep coming back to that because I feel like with a lot of these animes, that is kind of like, yeah, the story is something, but like the draw of what you're gonna like be talking about with your friends is these fights. But you only have to know Calc 3 and discrete mathematics and advanced physics to understand Gojo's powers. It's really excessive.
In defense of that statement, I failed discrete
so
mathematics
funny.
twice.
That's so
I-
funny.
The discrete mathematics thing, how did you know? I failed.
That's
I failed
hilarious.
twice. I don't like that. And now I know. That's why I don't know.
That's why.
That's it.
Solo leveling, I think the best fight was when he faced the Red Knight.
Yeah.
I think that was the best fight.
That's the best fight, but I don't think
I think the
everything-
story carries itself well
Yeah.
and everything, and I think it has set itself up for a very good season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think this was a solid season 1. Now, if we're gonna talk about letdowns, I would say Ninja Kamui, but I will be talking about that on Afro Izakaya. Let's get into some fights.
All right, some more verses.
Madara versus Aang. Madara being Madara Uchiha versus Aang the Avatar. And are we doing grown man Aang or are we doing kid Aang?
Even Kid Aang still might be enough.
I feel like if we're doing kid Aang, I think Madara kills him before
Before he lets it off.
he even can like get to the Avatar state. Like I don't know how immediate like the Avatar state like will pop off.
But the Avatar state activates if your life is threatened. Like near death.
But like, is Madara just gonna go for the kill immediately though? You know what I mean? Like,
So then you wait for him to sleep, is what I'm saying. But let's be real. If it's a fight, like they both see each other coming, Aang is elusive.
I'm sorry, no. Like,
Okay.
elusive enough to dodge Madara? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Toph stumped him in the death battle though.
Toph beat Madara in the death battle. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I have to watch that. That'd be interesting.
But Aang being so like pretty much can fly. I mean,
I don't see that being something that, like, because
as a handicap. For my
like I don't like the person. He can bring down meteorites. Like I don't know. Like it's just, and the hands
But
that
they're
he
rocks,
gave,
though.
the hands
But
that
they're
he
rocks,
gave,
though.
sure. But the hands that he gave
Sure.
to an army of people.
I know. And I know.
Just-
but
I feel like if he goes in like kill on sight,
right.
I think that I give that to Madara. If he goes in like let me figure out what's going on here, Aang he gets that window. And that might be all he needs. That might be all he needs. Because once the Avatar state is activated,
Right.
I don't know. Even with
But
Susanoo.
he has access to everyone's memories from that. So then you're like, I might concede there and say Madara, only because access to all of Aang's past memories is not enough to inform him on the decision.
He's never
Madara.
met Madara,
Right.
right? So it's like this is gonna be something
This
really
is also
completely new.
this is also an Aang who don't kill. Like Aang don't kill,
and there's no bending to take away.
and Madara has to die. This isn't like what if Aang makes the sand wet? What if? What if though? If we're here now,
I
what
feel
if?
like it doesn't matter.
I still feel like there's a loss here. There's a lot of other sand that's not wet.
Right.
That's a lot of water you have to have.
But no, I
All right, Madara. Fine.
I think so.
Fine.
I think it would be a really good battle, but I do think if
It'd
we're
be
going
fun to
in on-
watch.
yeah.
But
If we're going on kills, that's Madara.
If we're watching him lose, I'm not a fan of that. Is what I'm saying. All right.
Next
Who's on
up,
the list?
we got Killua
Killua.
versus Zenitsu.
Okay.
So you got Killua from Hunter x Hunter versus Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. I kind of feel like this is more of the same, but Zenitsu would be willing to kill.
And for those who are watching who don't know who we're talking about, they both have electricity powers for the most part. They're electricity based, very fast. They're strikers.
Mm-hmm.
One's
Zenitsu got to be knocked out.
He has to be asleep for it.
If he's awake,
which is crazy because Killua wouldn't know. He wouldn't have that information up front.
Fair.
So he would go for the knockout first.
You think he would go for the knockout?
He wouldn't go for. I mean,
I think because of writing.
Because of writing, if we're talking about characters now.
Because of writing, I think he would go for the knockout because that makes the show better.
Right.
You know, and it's not over in like 20.
He's also like the reform. We're talking about post wherever they are in their shows for the most.
Oh, you're talking about like this is like he's like
not
discovered the power
anymore.
To friendship.
Right. He's not the assassin.
That's
anymore.
lame. I get it.
He still has all his powers though.
I know. I get it, but that's lame.
I mean, Zenitsu would also have to be there as well.
But if we're talking as we know them up to this point,
as we know them entirely,
I still feel it would be interesting because Killua would probably knock him out first. And then Zenitsu would be like that would be like the round 2 or the real battle. That's hard because he's still an assassin.
Which is why he probably still walks away with the win. Killua would walk away with the win.
Cause he'd be ready to kill. He just
Zenitsu is more. His reaction is more out of defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I have to kill you to save others, fine.
But
that's his subconscious. Cause he ain't a killer even in his unconscious state. No. He's not a killer.
Yeah, he is. He be killing demons
just for demons to save other people. He's been knocked out before amongst friends, and they don't. You know, training wise.
I think it's different when somebody's coming at you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I think Killua takes the win, but I feel like Zenitsu could put up a good fight because of the range of his sword. Versus Killua would have to get like up close and personal. You can't give anime characters the power of friendship in the match.
That's prep time.
That's like giving Batman.
That's
prep
valid.
Time.
My bad. That's on me. I'll move on.
So if it's no power of friendship and we're talking like ruthless Killua, I'm giving that to Killua all the way.
All right, next one. Courage versus
Pork Chop.
No, change it. Scooby Doo.
You just changed it just now.
But I said pork chop wasn't gonna work. I just changed it just now. Audible.
Courage.
Are we beefing? Is that what it is?
Courage versus Scooby Doo.
2 scared dogs.
And are we talking? So okay, in both cases, when we were talking about Courage versus Pork Chop, I wanted to know: are we including the cast of characters? Like, is this like Recess versus Hey Arnold, or is this like literally just Courage versus Scooby-Doo?
Let's do Courage versus their Rogues Gallery. I guess they're bringing their Rogues Gallery with them, right?
To the matchup.
Because if it's 2 scared dogs, like they will pee the floor.
Oh no! Even in that, I give that to Courage.
He do be walking around with a strap sometimes.
Not even that. I think he's like, if you put him in the situation, he's ready to squabble.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo don't like he'll get a Scooby snack and then like pass out. Like I don't know. Like,
this was a death battle as well. Scooby-Doo and
Scooby-Doo versus Courage. I didn't know.
I didn't know
either. I would still give it to Courage because
he's resourceful.
Yeah, he is resourceful. He got that computer.
Scooby-Doo
got internet.
Scooby-Doo be staying, lit sometimes. That second hand be crazy.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah,
Are you talking about him being high?
Yeah, they just be.
I don't think that matters.
Well, yeah.
And if we're talking about killing folk, I don't think that matters. I know.
No, I think. Yeah, Courage, for whatever reason, you corner him enough, he solves the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he pee? Well, it happened.
Maybe.
You know, did his bones leave his body and he turned into goop? Sure,
A little bit.
but he won.
Yeah. And then I think if you add in the peoples,
Yeah,
you got Granddad who stay with a shotgun.
Eustace will end everybody with just a buckshot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But if you're getting Shaggy, Ultra Instinct Shaggy, then on the tag team, I would give it to Scooby Doo.
Well, you know, but that's fan fiction, Lord. You know.
Sure.
I refuse to take that for this.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
I won't give you that. I'm not.
No Ultra Instinct Shaggy. That's fine.
You do that, we're beefing.
Yeah, no, I still give that to Courage.
Let's do one more, and then you know.
All right. I think the best one to end on then would be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers at their peak versus Voltron at their peak.
Okay.
Voltron. And so I think for this, we're thinking Mighty Morphin probably by the movie.
Okay.
By that movie part where they just got their Ninja Zords.
I've been reading the comic books, so their peak is a little different there, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I won't do that for the sake of the audience here.
Sure. And then Voltron.
Well, go read that, by the way. It's fire.
I do hear that it's really good. A really good series.
Yeah.
But then Voltron, I'm thinking we're doing
Peak,
Netflix.
The
Netflix Voltron.
Okay.
That's tough because honestly, even peak Power Rangers, you got a ton of Zords. They got because you got the 5, but then the white guy is always the Audible, the White Ranger.
Tommy? Yeah.
Because he gets the Falcon.
Tommy
That doesn't have. I don't think it has to.
No, he had 2 Zords of his own, didn't he?
I don't know if he had 2. I just know he had the Falcon.
No, the Falcon landed like it upgraded the Zord.
Right, it upgraded the Zord, but I don't think it had to be a part of. Like it wasn't the main 5 that created the body.
Right.
Like he didn't come in like, and I'll form the head.
It is absurd as far as the power scaling. I agree.
Yeah.
But Voltron, they be casually in space though.
Voltron's power scaling in the Netflix joint, I think is the only reason why
there's an actual fight.
There's a contender for this.
My 90s kid says Power Rangers. Mind you, they have beaten the squishiest of the squishiest, kaiju.
Sure.
But when it came down to it with Ooze.
Sure, but also Voltron was out here like fighting an army.
Yeah.
Like on the reg.
Yes.
So I guess multiple enemies wouldn't be something that they'd be like flustered about.
I don't know. I feel like Voltron might, now that you're explaining it, maybe Voltron wins this because the Megazord would lose sometimes. Or at least be on the ropes.
in its own universe.
Angel Grove be laid out. Talking about beep, 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 beep. Everybody running to the fire escape, smoke everywhere. So,
but we're talking about
about at peak, right?
I still don't know if they could go to space. So that is
they can go to space in the comics, but that's not I'm told I can't. You know what I'm saying?
But like the Ninja Zords,
any Zord.
I guess that makes sense.
Space. Technically, they can do other things too, but we're not doing that. We can talk about Bruno. But it based off of like public information, just like the normies, I guess.
From what you can see.
Yeah, like I said, my 90s kid is saying Power Rangers, but I feel like Voltron got this.
I kind of do too. Just because, like, the sword special attack.
Right.
Was, like, a lot.
I mean, don't sleep on
the mega cannons or whatever.
The mega cannons, they even had the sword at one point because then the Falcon turned into that? Or a shield or something like that? No, they get the shield from adding the Dragon Zord in with...
That's the next people's. I feel like that's like Zeo. That's not
Zeo?
like that's not because the peak Mighty Morphin
only
got up to the Ninja Zords. After the Ninja Zords,
there was a white tiger too. wasn't it?
But I feel like he's before Ninja Zords.
Okay.
I feel
Yes.
like
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong.
We
but
are
I
old
feel like
and don't always have the information in front of us, which is crazy because we could Google this right now, but we're not going to.
You want to Google it?
No, we're not going to ruin
Right.
the
vibes
flow of the show. So I'm going to say Voltron. Y'all tell us how y'all feel about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Voltron on it.
You know.
I think that would be the one to do it.
All right. Moving on to the content.
Or
what
culture?
a weekend.
Culture.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
What a weekend. A time was had.
Time was had.
In the booths.
By multiple parties, by the way. So let's discuss the timeline really quick. For those who are not privy to the crazy beef that is happening between Drake and Kendrick, because J. Cole said, I'm going to have me a comfortable weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not about this.
He had a good, relaxing weekend.
Yo, you know what I aspire to? Waking up one day and knowing that I ain't got to fight with nobody.
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Because I thought about it. I was like, you ever find out you had beef with somebody after the beef was over? No one's ever like, hey yo, I hated you for like 20 years. I mean, we're only in our 30s, but
actually, a good friend of mine didn't like me the first time we met.
That's fair.
Is that fair? Is that what you said?
It's fair.
That's fair? Because you were also the same?
No. Nigga, we was best friends from the day we met.
But you were like, that's fair. Like, I get it. Like, I don't know.
But like, sometimes people...
Sometimes I don't like him now.
That part, you know. If you want to get into it, before we do the beef, you want to talk about it? What's on your mind, Josh? What don't you like about me?
I just think it's funny how
you think it's funny
you
how
agreed so quickly.
I agreed with that's fair because anyone's able to feel that way. Okay. You see how you made it personal? You took it and took it.
I think there's no other way to take that from what you said.
Okay. That's fine. Do we need to work this out?
No,
I mean, we're live
because
it's fine. This part can get
fine.
Okay.
But so yeah, Drake and Kendrick.
I feel like we're beefing now, and I'm really trying to get over it. Okay.
Drake and Kendrick were going at it, and it was wild because Kendrick dropped.
All right, so hold on. I have the list here.
You have the list.
I did.
Of things that were dropped.
I did because I sent it to my wife just because I was like, you got to be caught up on this. Like everybody else.
He dropped, it wasn't Family Matters, because that was Drake. Euphoria.
Euphoria was Kendrick's response.
Mm-hmm.
What was the comment here? The beef. All right, so just to catch everybody up, on March 22nd, Like That was dropped. On April 5th, J. Cole said 7-minute drill. On April 12th, J. Cole apologizes for 7-minute drill. And, I'm sorry, on the 7th, he apologizes for it. And on the 12th, he deletes it. Drake responds with push-ups, saying, I'm not J. Cole. I'm here for it. He also does the tailor-made freestyle, which was on Instagram only. And
I didn't listen to it.
It's forgettable.
Yeah.
On the 30th of April, Kendrick drops Euphoria.
When was Push-Ups?
Push-Ups was the 19th of April.
And then on the 30th,
Kendrick
drops.
was, so it was like almost 2 weeks. He had up until that day. I think Kendrick, if he did not drop on that day and this week crawled over into May,
I don't know, because like Push-Ups from Like That to Push-Ups, wasn't it also 2 weeks?
On 3 weeks actually,
Yeah. So that's why like people were like, Kendrick took so long. I'm like, I feel like Drake took as long, if not longer. But continue.
So then we go to May 3rd. Kendrick drops 16 in LA. Drake on the 3rd as well drops Family Matters.
And then Kendrick immediately.
Also on IG only drops something called Parody, which was
nobody knows about that.
Tomato. The same day on the 3rd, Meet the Grams also drops.
Same day. We're talking about like minutes later.
Minutes after Family Matters drops. Then on the 4th, Not Like Us. And then Drake on the 5th drops The Heart Part 6. So, It's crazy.
And then today, as of this recording, not to say that Kendrick was a part of this, but there was a drive-by at Drake's
Oh,
house.
yeah.
And the bodyguard got hit, but he is in the hospital, at least as I
alive
remember.
at the moment.
Yeah. So
I always feel like, to that point, it's not the actual people involved that be doing this stuff. It'd be like fans that are like, yeah, Kendrick, I did this for you. And, sir.
It could be, but it also, not to say that this happened,
Right.
but it also could have been like, the order could have been given.
Sure, but I don't think we're in gang war territory with this beef.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's starting to reach WWE entertainment levels for me. Like,
yeah.
I think we've kind of broached it enough to where it's this camp saying this stuff. Well, I planned it. Drake with the whole Ocean's 11's thing was like,
it was me the whole time.
The whole time.
You activated my check card.
I sent you the photo, from my cell phone.
Right.
You didn't know. And I just like,
I agree with the sentiment that I've seen on the internet, and this I agree with the sentiment that, like, if that is truly what Drake did, then he probably should have recorded or like screenshotted or like been able to be like, here's the proof.
I think that's where we're at now. If people are still invested in this conversation, receipts have to be dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to have proof to start, because now we've entered slanderous territory.
Very true.
But it's rap, so I wonder how much a judge is going to be like, is it slander?
Depends on the judge, honestly. Depends on the day.
Sure.
Right?
Like, Young Thug is currently behind bars because of his rap lyrics.
Just saying.
But
I think, but to be fair, I think if we're going by song, and maybe I am biased, but I think Kendrick, if you like just line up all of his songs and pick the best one for you, and then you line up the 2 Drake songs, pretty much 2 or maybe 3 if you count Taylor.
You would argue Taylor-Made, Freestyle,
and then if you pick the best one, because I think Push-Ups might have been his best one.
Push-Ups is probably his best one for entertainment value. Like, I heard someone say, you can't play Kendrick's diss tracks in a club.
I don't think that's the point of a diss track.
Hold on. It loses its legs unless you're running to the internet to listen to it, while Drake's will have this lasting power because it has radio playability. Push-ups can still will be played on the radio.
I think the issue is that is not the point of a diss track.
Sure.
The thing is, how many diss tracks have you ever heard in the club?
Back to Back.
I can't remember the last time I heard Back
to Back was definitely played in the club, especially once it dropped. I mean, sports teams were using it. Not like us,
That had people dancing.
That got people dancing. That
to the degree that I feel like I have heard people say, like, Kendrick really had a hand on the pulse of the culture, and it's like, oh, y'all think I can't make a bop? Here you go. Like,
right. So I mean,
I think it's over though.
I would. Is it because we're old? Like,
no.
Have we matured? Are we healed niggas? Is that what it is?
No.
Okay, because you were here for all of it.
But I just think it's like there is kind of like we were saying earlier. It's like now it's just a bunch of hearsay. Like, I feel like whatever camp you fall in, you will probably be like, so and so won that because this song is better than that song. And that just is what it is. I do not think anybody's going to like back down per se.
Right.
Now, does that mean that we're gonna get like
another weekend?
Is Kendrick gonna like drop another one like tonight or tomorrow? I don't think so. But there might be more strays or more shots in future projects.
Sure. And this just goes back to what I had said before Kendrick dropped any of it, was like, he could essentially stand on business and not have to say anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But, yes, straight up WWE. Like this, there's nothing else for us to really do here.
Smell.
Right. I'm calling you out, Drake.
Right.
Right here, right now, in the LA Forum, amongst millions of people. Not like us, like, I don't know. It just seems now like this drove up, and Drake also kind of said it. Like, I'm glad I was able to get you back out here dropping tracks, but we don't always need a Kendrick thing.
And here's the thing: Kendrick fans are going to be happy whenever he drops.
Kendrick fans are going to be Kendrick fans after this. Drake fans are still going to be Drake fans after this. No one's getting convinced of it. I honestly do feel like, as entertaining as it is, it also is a distraction for something more nefarious if you lean toward the conspiracy side of, like, life. Because you're just like, why is this dissension happening in the black community to the point where we're just like, we're so engrossed, we're so locked in, and this happened the same time with, like, Drake and Meek Mill, where we were just, like, totally forgetting
about what?
Of just, like, racial injustice and, things of that nature.
So I'm not saying that there aren't things going on.
There's
right
other
now
things that should be prioritized
in the black community.
Like
what?
The
like right now, because in the
right
way
now,
that
say it right now.
In the way that, like, that this is topical,
yes.
that it would be a distraction, that, like, they who are them behind the scenes have orchestrated this.
So I know that there's the
crazy random girl says it's corny as hell is what it is.
Yeah. I think it's like, I know obviously people feel like they can't go to the internet to talk about anything else outside of, the conflict and genocide that's happening in Palestine.
Sure.
And then the genocide that's happening in the Congo also happening. And you still got Ukraine, all these other things that at some point dominated the internet space. And we just said, Drake and Kendrick out here fighting, y'all.
I don't disagree, but what I will say is that was legit for a weekend, and that's because of, in my opinion,
go ahead,
the frequency of the drops.
Right?
Like, Saturday was a wild day.
Saturday was I will give you
like,
that,
Drake had a bad Saturday.
He should have had a bad Saturday. Yeah.
But then he came back. So, like, he knew. But I do think that though that was a flash in the pan.
I'm having fun here.
So James was like, the only one who ever stops careers with these is Emtha, which kind of true.
But even he's, like, leaving rap. His next album's coming up is The Death of Marshall Mathers. Like, that's his final album for a while.
But, like, he ended MGK, whatever that guy's name is.
Machine. Oh, well, yeah.
And then Crazy Random Girl says, I don't know, Mariah Carey bodied them that
one time.
That's funny.
I love the messiness in the chat. We need more of this.
But yeah, no, I think this was a very flash in the pan thing, because
I hope it's a flash in the pan thing.
I don't see this going past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
To be at the level that it was. I do think Saturday was the height of, oh my goodness, did you hear?
I will also say, in the black spaces, it just sounds more and more like anytime we're in the conversation, it's us beefing with somebody. Like Cat Williams. Right? To kick off the year.
Anytime we're having a conversation.
Like, anytime it's now a viral thing, it's just us beefing with somebody. Like it's just
Could be.
us beefing against us.
Negativity sells.
It does sell. I mean, we should fight. You want to fight right now?
Fight right now.
Yeah. The views will skyrocket.
Oh, is
They'll
that
be
what
like,
it is?
You know, they'll be like, "Hey, yo, they fighting." What do y'all think, chat? Should we fight right now?
Rock, paper, scissors.
But I do feel like, especially with like the Shannon Sharp interviews lately, it's just been like, hey, come on my podcast and tell me who you beefing with.
Who are you upset with, or why are you upset?
Right. And
because that's what, once again, that's where you get like the viral clips. Like I watched Terry Crews and I was like, oh, that was just actually like just a nice
good
conversation.
interview.
And like and the funny thing is, I was like, I could have not watched that. I'm the problem, right? Like there was no drama here.
You're like, this is so positive.
It's
And
so
you're like,
positive. Whatever.
I think I'm out.
Yeah, whatever's. Terry Crews is the nice man that he has always like portrayed himself to be.
I be
That's
out
great.
here liking positivity sometimes. I watch Disney movies with my kids.
There you go. That's where the only place I need positivity.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, drama. But yeah, I agree that, especially recently, but probably in general, if you look over the course of time in history, it is the drama that gets the play and gets the views.
And part of me is like, I don't want to be a part of that. At the same time, you'd be like, yo,
Mador versus Aang.
Yo. I like stuff like that sometimes. Like I like when I can watch Invincible and see Omni-Man and Mark fighting. And you're like, ooh, they out here fighting.
It's great and it's
X-Men.
fun when it's for fiction.
Yeah.
But when you're seeing
When it's real life,
two kings go at each other, then it's.
but I don't even know if it's two kings, because for real, nobody likes Drake. And that's like, somebody likes Drake, right? Obviously, Drake is getting paid and views be up.
He got numbers.
But I'm like, did we pick him?
I think it'd be argued that he
Did we pick him?
For to an extent.
To an extent, right?
Enough for him to bubble up and bubble over to like cross demographics.
Maybe it is our fault. Maybe it's our fault because like I do remember in college being like, Drake was on.
It's like, oh, Degrassi, man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But then like, Take Care is one of the few albums in the world that I can listen to from beginning to end constantly. But not him as a person. Right? I get that. We didn't pick him as a person, but like the music, the vibe.
Canada.
Like we, I didn't pick him.
him.
I didn't vote for him. Love that. It's Wayne's fault. Yes, thank you. It's Lil Wayne's fault because that was also the same era where like Wayne was the Carter
Dominating.
3. Like it was just like, all right. But we let this happen, like as a culture.
I think after the train has left the station, it's kind of like, and that's what I mean. Where I'm like, he's kind of like the king of like pop rap, right? Like it's like he makes hits. He makes fun, catchy little songs.
He knows when the hotline blings.
I guess, and
that only means one thing. So I'm not going to go there with you.
But I think once that train has left the station, it's kind of hard to put like, the spilled milk back into the bottle because it's like he got his fans,
right?
He got his core fans, and
I mean, you put a bunch of white 14-year-old boys in a room, they have enough fighting power to outlast anybody.
I mean, we saw what happened to the Hey Arnold crew. Recess was madness. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I didn't vote for him, and
not your president.
He's not. The comments are going off. I appreciate this. But for real, like
Kenny Sparks coming in, wild.
And that's what I wanted to talk about. Metro Boomin, great marketing.
Oh, with the BBL
Drizzy. Great mark. You know how many people have had bars off to the side to be anti-Drake? Universal. The world was like, bet. I mean, obviously, some people were also like, hey, yo, this tweet from back in the day, was this not you? He's like, new me.
Different me. You live and you learn.
But BBL Drizzy might be one of my favorite marketing things I've ever seen.
Kent says, Kaiju Kent in the comments, McDonald's sells a lot of burgers. That doesn't make it nutritional. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, just because you're popular doesn't mean you're good.
He didn't show up. That's all. He didn't show up. He can, he's always welcome at the bar. Most of y'all is welcome at the bar. You know what I'm saying? You can just, it's the way y'all were like, hey, yo, where this nigga at? Like, I mean,
we came for him.
Some people have jobs. Oh, y'all really showed up for him? That's fair.
But
that's why the views be like, I'm looking at the analytics right now.
Stop.
Just be like,
don't do that to yourself. That's called trauma.
That's where pain comes from.
I think that is a valid point, that just because you sell a lot does not mean you are classy or nutritional. But who are the people buying? Do they care whether or not you are nutritional?
Right.
Because like, what's your target audience?
I mean,
right? Like,
no one goes.
What's your demographic?
No one goes to Burger King and goes, health.
I'm gonna get the checkers. I'm gonna get the salad. Like, they don't have one. They don't have. Why are you here? Like,
I feel like if you go to Checkers and order a salad, somebody swings on you.
And like, it makes sense. It's like going to.
It's only fair.
Yeah. But no, I think that's funny. That be's the thing.
Yeah. So while we're here, because this is season finale, we can talk about it. These comments are hilarious.
With my wife. That's hilarious.
I don't know. I hope this is kind of trailing off and wrapping up. Okay. Is what I feel.
Okay.
Do I love Kendrick? Do I love the fact that Kendrick is making music?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wholly entertained by this? Not anymore. I do feel like no. I feel like now I always thought the rule was we don't talk about nobody's kids, or we don't talk about nobody's
family,
like family, right? This starts to feel. This starts to feel like you're starting to incite violence. Like you really want somebody to come at you violently. Because if you can say whatever you want to say about me, if there's enough information and weaponized ammo out there that you could come at me. Do not come for me and my kids. Like my kids and my wife, leave them out of this. What do they do to you?
But I feel like we talked about this before, where it's like, isn't that once the that information is leaked, that is like the big bomb. That's the bomb. Everybody's like, whoa, that's wild. Like, and I think that's just like, that just comes from what they're doing is what people did in high school. Like when
your mom,
like, like, like
as soon as your mom gets brought up, like
you start roasting people. And then at a certain point,
Drake brought up family first. I will admit that and concede that point. He's the reason that started this. But I'm also like,
when they go low, you go high.
No. Like it should have ended with I'm shooting you. Like I feel like I would go to war for my family.
Much?
Sure. But don't involve my family.
It's just a trap.
Don't make money off of my family's name or besmirching my family's name.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, that's where I would go with it. Also, Nas started with the baby seat. Yeah. Yes. I understand that this is how the escalation rules go in diss rapping. Yeah. But I don't like it. I've never liked it.
Sure.
Do I listen and hit him up when I need to go amped up into work? Sure. But you know what I'm saying?
They might want to work on that.
Don't ask me those questions. I'll tell you no lies.
I want to talk about that.
No, it's because it's not pointed at a person. It's more of like I listen to it to like be mad at computers, right? But
Sparks is funny.
Sparks is absolutely.
Sparks is hilarious.
Is that what happened? yo, these comments are wild. But no. We don't know nothing about that.
Could you imagine
Us beefing?
starting a fake beef with like past like co-hosts?
Yo,
I feel like Cobbs would have bars out of the hosts. Well, one, Sterling, he stayed with bars.
Sterling keeps it in the pocket.
Like season one,
we actually
two.
stopped him from doing those after a while.
Did we?
Yeah, because it was just like he's the only one with bars.
No, we didn't. I did not hold him back. I did not say stop it. I did not diminish the man's light because I could not shine brighter.
You keep saying I.
I didn't.
Are we beefing? Is that what this is happening right now? No, I'm just saying. But it might be Cobb. Cobb, I feel like, is in. First of all, give it a week.
If you gave her time,
give her the week. Track would be fire.
I would still probably give it to Sterling though.
But Sterling's freestyle. Sterling's right now.
Sterling's street battle rap.
IG. Ayo. This one's out to
Sterling's Meek Mill.
This is definitely like Apple Notes, right? Like recorded while I'm delivering mail.
Cause he be writing.
He do be writing. But
I wanna say Kaiju Kent, John Jaguar.
Yeah.
I think he could have a couple good bars though. I think he'd have a couple heavy bars.
I would be remiss if we didn't say Ken Sparks would have bars.
Yes.
We just gotta let him get like a week, a tight 2 weeks in there to actually let him flesh out.
I feel like
your freestyle game, if we're talking about it respectfully,
I feel like the thing about Sparks. I feel like the thing where the tapes. I feel like the thing about Sparks, it might be like no, actually. All right, so if you're going to categorize him, I feel like
this took a left, by the way.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Sterling might be like a Lupe.
Sterling still loves us, right? Like if it got to the point where Sterling had to diss us, it's from a hurt place.
Well, okay, I'm not even talking about dissing right now.
Okay,
I'm just talking about like if people were like if we're categorizing
wordplay.
I'm
a singing nigga.
So you're Drake. That's what I heard. Am I wrong? Did you all hear the same? He literally said said it.
I want to go home. Oh man,
I didn't say it. But that's hilarious.
I know where I fall in this category.
John Jaguar says he'd be cool and apologize.
Yeah.
Before I had to freestyle on the spot.
I would probably
That's
be the
hilarious.
first one. I'd be the first one to be like, listen, I've given myself too much leeway. I'd be dissing myself sometimes. So no, I won't partake in this. I'd easily be one of those people like, hey, I ain't getting no sleep last night. I need stat.
Blerd Bars, Volume 1.
Oh, tips.
I love it. That would be hilarious if we just get all our like hosts and like just like
Blerd Bars.
It'd be like the Touch It remix.
Yeah,
that had like everybody
get low.
Yeah, I think that would be hilarious.
Do we have to do this?
We might have to try.
We'll see what the summer looks like. We'll reach out and to see everybody's schedule.
Blerd Bars, Volume 1, off season.
Hey, James Kelly can play a sick cello backbeat.
That would actually be kind of cool.
All right, this is starting to sound like a real thing.
So we should probably stop.
Bro. Before we commit to it, it's live, it's recorded.
Yeah. Like if it happens, let it be like a special treat for those who were here and who were like with us in this moment.
Oh, this was a funny moment.
Yeah.
You know, we want that song.
Yeah, I don't want to be like next season.
Is that our intro song now?
No. All right, we have reached the
No,
end.
we haven't. We're having fun here. Unless y'all really, y'all still rocking with us, so we still hang out. It's live, baby.
Okay.
A little bit longer. We got time.
We got 10 minutes.
Maybe. Yes.
I
got
will
10 minutes.
Get up and walk out.
Oh, we beefing?
No.
So, I guess we'll use these 10 minutes just to wrap up, though. We appreciate you guys for real. It's been a crazy season. We're doing our best to be at more cons.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing our best to be at a lot of them. Huh?
Taps or no?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
All right.
Josh has a great idea, and he's going to pitch it right now.
Here we go. Pitching it.
BBL Daniel win. Y'all gotta go. That's it. I'm about to end this immediately. Yo, you gotta go.
I just want to say thank you, but I believe it will be not BBL Daniel. This is wild. Man. I think that on the 15th of June, because this is May.
Yes,
May,
15th
June.
of June.
15th of June, we will be at Tapster in Center City.
Yes.
We would love to meet all of you and hang out with y'all and just have a good old time. And you're hearing it here first.
Yeah.
June 15th.
June 15th. More details will drop about that as we get closer to the date.
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like everybody be like, what time? And it's like, that's a good question.
Right. Look at y'all being responsible adults.
But yeah, no, I think that would be like really cool to do.
So just to clarify, just because we overlap sometimes, June 15th, Center City, Tapsters, you're welcome to meet us there and hang out and drink with us. This is just kind of like an end of the season type thing we're going to try to start doing. Mm-hmm. More stuff will be announced to the Patreon. So if you're in the Patreon, then great, because why not? It's $3 a month. And on our off season, we will still be doing content. Patreon gets it first. The general public gets it when y'all get it.
When y'all get it.
And it will be Juneteenth adjacent, but not on Juneteenth because that's a Wednesday. And people got to work. So print the t-shirt now. BBL Daniel. No, I'm not doing that.
Is that merch?
No.
That's been the question all
Yeah,
season. Is that merch? Is that a t-shirt?
No. Maybe some Big Dan energy or something like that. Why I got BBL Daniel? Like, I don't like that. It's going to keep me up tonight. I'm apologizing to you and to y'all right now. I want no parts. BBL Daniel was enough to take me out the race.
That's so funny. But yeah, no, I think what? So June 15th will be a thing. That'll be great. Please
May
come out and hang with
18th,
us.
We'll be at Idealisticon.
Yes.
Now that's a ticketed event. Okay. Yeah. So the description will obviously be in the video once we update the description.
Sure.
And make sure you come and hang out with us. I'll be there taking photos.
I'll be doing a Big Dan energy is equivalent of wow. Yo, Sparks. Are you beefing with Sparks?
Yeah.
Is Big Dan beefing with Sparks? That's hilarious.
This is wild.
But
we have reached the end of the episode.
I will
Quest
be doing,
item.
Okay.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, at the Idealist Con, I'll be doing an anime trivia, so please come by. I believe it starts at 3, from 3 to 3:30. So, yeah, please come by and hang out with us and chit-chat with us.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Next season will be our 9th season.
9th.
And for our 10th season, we plan on doing something crazy special. We are still working on the details. But continue to rock with us. Mm-hmm. Continue to support us. You will get a quest item.
Quest item.
And I had it, which was crazy. Bless you.
Thank you.
I still care.
Thank you.
That BBL Daniel thing took me out of it. Like I was locked in. I was ready to wrap up.
Would it be a? Oh no, we already did a pterosaur wing.
Oh, we did. Oh yes, X-Men 97 doesn't wrap up. That's episode 9. So we'll probably be back for a BNR for that.
Oh wow, the return of BNR.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. But quest item. James Kelly, pick the quest item since you're here. And while he's working on that, really quick, I just want to give a shout out to James Kelly for being our A1 day one. For real. He holds us down. He's probably our mod without, being our mod. We don't pay him, so we should. But
don't say that on a recorded line.
On the Blerd bar. Once the Blerd bar starts making money, we should probably pay him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once we start
Fair. Making money.
There it is.
We're not there yet.
He says a shirt.
A shirt.
What kind of a shirt?
What kind of a shirt, man? Come on, you know how Quest items work.
Could it be a chainmail shirt?
BBL Daniel shirt. All right. We reached the end of the episode. Y'all have a blessed night. We continue to love y'all. Despite whatever this is, I'm out. I'm ending it now. Goodbye.